I was on your video, and literally I saw you at Vietnam at the factory getting that hands-on experience. I saw y'all enjoying some food, but how was that experience being there, seeing your shoe come to life?
Come to life. That's great.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, also the people of Vietnam are so welcoming. Like everywhere we went, they just treated us like royalty. They just wanted to make sure that we tried all the best food. You know, we have a guy on the ground there, John. He treated us like family. He just took us to a million places that we never would have seen in Vietnam, in the Ho Chi Minh region.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, we also, to be honest, we also wanted to make sure that the environment there was right where the shoe was getting made. So that was actually even part of it, was going and seeing for ourselves that everyone was being treated right, and what the conditions were where people were working, and that we could control the quality coming out on the other side as well.
Yes.
So, for us, it was very important to go there. Yeah.
That's too dope.
That's amazing. So, and this question here, man, is for both of you guys. There's a lot of talk between now, again, because the shoe market it's become so big with just it being a lifestyle type brand as well. But your shoe is really more centered. It's performance based. Like you're like, listen, we want to make you a great quality shoe that you can go hoop in, not just today, but tomorrow, and until you want to hang it up. But at the same time, you guys got an aesthetically looking great shoe. But for our audience, can you tell us what's the difference between the performance shoe and the lifestyle shoe that we see out there?
It's a great point. And, our point of view, there's some hot takes in here, so be ready. But, our point of view is that looking good is just table stakes in basketball. Like, you need to make an attractive shoe. We worked really hard to make that happen. It means a lot to us that you guys like how it looks. But, there is a little known data point out there that 80% of basketball shoes sold are never played in, right? 80% of basketball shoes sold are not for hoops. And like, what does that tell you? Okay, so there's a fashion element, there's a lifestyle element, there's a collection element, right?
Yep.
But like, when that becomes your business model, when that becomes your customer, you got to make that customer happy. You got to, they're printing money on that. So I get it from a business perspective, but I think that's led a lot of the direction of their product development, right? We were talking before, there's no highs out there.
Yeah.
The lows are really comfortable to put on. They're really easy. They look good with some jeans, some casual wear, whatever. And, that's the new customer. It's cheaper to make. They can sell it to more people, to the non-hoopers out there.
Yeah.
Our shoe, it may look good, but if you're wearing it to brunch, like, that's a little OD. I'll be real, it's like, it's a little OD. We made this shoe for hoops. We made this shoe for the court, and literally that's what drove it. So, in terms of the difference between the lifestyle focus and the more performance or even equipment, like we view this as equipment, and we were inspired by the running industry, which you see, like in running, for example, you see Hoka. One of our advisors is the former president of Hoka, and we took a lot of inspiration from them. But Hoka, you got these big bottoms, right? Lots of cushion.
Yep.
And then you also have the whole barefoot running community and products. And so you have two like polar opposite points of view. What drives that? Function, performance, right? Differences in performance. It's not a fashion question. When you look in the world of basketball, there's only really differences in the fashion, in the lifestyle. And we were like, that's an opportunity for us. There's no one with a different point of view on what is performance. So let's max that out. Let's focus on that. And let's build a shoe that can stand alone as being a non-lifestyle shoe, being a performance shoe, and really changing the game in how it's played and how it's felt.
I love that, man. because you're right. You don't see that anymore. It's built for the game.
The game.
Like you said, everything else is such a crossover. Like, I mean,
Yes.
our lifestyles are a crossover now. You got to have a crossover car. Is it an SUV or is it a car? I mean, everything is, it's such a crossover now. And that is blended its way into the clothing industry, the shoe industry.
Their own culture.
Do I have on joggers or are they, is it a tracksuit? I mean, it's, and I love the
That's
fact
such
that
a good point.
your model is we are built for the game. Like, you don't hear that anymore.
Yeah.
That we've made a shoe that can help you play the game. We're built for the game. Because my boys, it's funny that we're talking about this. My sons, who they're older now, and they look at some of the older shoes that I used to play, and they go like, "Dad, those shoes were, the sole was this thick." And I was like, "Yeah, but we could play all day in them." They were great shoes back in the day. But man, I appreciate what you guys doing. But fellas, before we get you guys out of here, obviously we want to let you guys tell us where we can get the shoe from, where people can get the shoe from. But is there anything that you guys like to share with our audience about the shoe and or whatever that's on your heart that you want to share about your brand?
Alex, you want to go first, or you want me to jump in?
Sure, I can go. I can go. Yeah, so I mean, really, we shared our personal story, our own bad ankles and stuff, but a big reason why we started Andiem, everyone who plays basketball has ankle injuries. They worry about them, but I still think that they are underappreciated. And even at the highest level, at the NBA, the most missed games are due to ankle injuries. And so we felt that we could be a true athlete first brand. And another hot take, but I'm saying, if you're a sneaker company and you're not trying to address the biggest problem in the game, you're not putting athletes first. That's just not what you're caring about. You're not putting their health first.
Yep.
So that's what Andiem is. We're trying to solve that big problem. It's for ourselves, but it's for hoopers everywhere at all levels. And we really put all those athletes first, whether it's hearing their feedback or whether it's just helping them ball for life.
Yeah, and I would just add, I think there's a lot of skepticism around what we've done. I think, like Alex was saying, we get comments just cap all the time. Like, people are like, "There's no way." We go live on Instagram, just coming under each other on shots repeatedly, just to show our level of confidence. You can't really fake that. But if you still don't believe and you happen to be in New York City, please come through to a try-on run. Feeling is believing.
Yep.
Until you feel it, I think it's going to be hard to even understand what we've done. This is something new. It's a whole new philosophy of how to approach basketball shoes, and we're just trying to take everything to the next level. So come try it out.
That's amazing, man. Hey, Will,